You're not broken. You're not broken. You need to be broken, and I'll explain why. You need to be broken because you've got a habit that I cannot stand idly by and just let happen. This is something I do with my clients all the time, and I spent the entire day doing it, and then I got home and I was like, golly gee, gotta tell the people. The habit that I make people break, which makes me sound very forcible in the work that I do with my clients, but you know what? Maybe I am, is you have this notion that you don't matter, that everyone else matters, but you do not. And the fun part is everyone else is thinking this, so in their worlds, you do matter. Congratulations, at least you did it in their imaginations. You don't matter because, well, it's giving chicken and the egg, because you don't matter because you endow the needs of other people around you as more important. This is a result, however, of behavior that you have been practicing since you were a child, basically since the very first time someone made you feel bad about something about yourself that you didn't previously identify as off, different, problematic. What does this have you believing that's even worse though? What's like the underlying violence that underscores this belief? That you have no worth. You don't matter because you're not worth anything. Okay, so what does this have you doing? Let's use this. This is great because I know this. You don't create content. Maybe you don't want to, fine, but maybe you do want to and you've never done it. And maybe you do, but you don't feel like yourself when you show up, and here's why. Because you're not perfect. Because you're gonna show up and people are gonna know you're a real fucking person. Because you don't realize that the value you think you're supposed to be sharing in this content could be as simple and benign as you making coffee in the morning, as a story about that one time you emptied your closet and then the closet fell down. I don't know. It's the end of a long day. You don't trust that you as yourself are enough. I mean, look, I don't think if I just stood here in silence for 3 minutes, most people would watch. But all I really did in this whole video is a little bit rant, a lot of it chaos. Hopefully it made sense. Thoughts and beliefs that I currently have. Is this gonna go viral? Probably not. But at least I put myself out there without really giving a fuck what you think of me. Because you know what? I'm impressed with me. And I said this earlier to a client. I said, it is my hope and dream for you to become delusionally intoxicated with your own self-worth. Because frankly, once you are and do, you will never look back. You cannot and will not settle for a life that doesn't feel like goddamn flow state as much of the time as possible. Life's hard enough as is. Why are you making it harder on yourself by giving so many fucks about what all the other people around you think? You're worth it. You matter. You're interesting. And if you don't believe it, give me a follow because I promise you